there. It's Friday. Again, somehow, already. 15th of May. And today's workout is Sawney Bean. If you don't know the story of Sawney Bean, do yourself a service and go and check it out. This is a combined video both for the regular workout, bleh, and the total beginners, because they don't vary very much at all, just in reps. So, regular workout is 4 time, 100 deadlifts, 100 air squats, 100 hang power cleans, and 100 ab mat sit-ups. You can split those movements up and those reps up any way you want. So you don't have to do all 100 deadlifts first. You can, or you can do 10 deadlifts, 10 air squats, 10 hangs cleans, 10 sit-ups for 10 rounds, any way you want, 25, 25, 25, whatever. The only difference between that and the total beginner one is, of course, how we scale the movements and the weights and the reps. So for the beginners, I'm going to give you 60 of each instead of 100 of each. And instead of ab mat sit-ups, I'm going to give you the choice of side bends. Okay, now on the note of the ab mat sit-ups, 100 ab mat sit-ups for anybody who isn't used to doing them is a terrible idea. Frankly, it's a really bad idea. If you've never done 100 ab mat sit-ups before, I'm going to say today should not be your day unless you want to lie around all weekend, like not laughing at anything, because every time you laugh it hurts so bad. Like that sounds kind of fun, like, oh, I've worked hard. It's honestly, see when you have to roll out of bed sideways for like the 5th day in a row and you miss a workout, it's just stupid, okay? So scale your ab mat sit-ups to a number that you think is more appropriate to you based on maybe previous workouts that you've done. If you've no gauge for that whatsoever, do not go over 50 of them, okay? I would even say 30 would be a better choice, okay? A good way to gauge it is if you're struggling to sit up from the sit-up, see what I mean? You've done too many, okay? That's time to quit. Stop right there. Okay, you've been warned. People love to not listen to me. I mean, it's not the worst thing that can happen, but it can be pretty bad. It can be pretty bad. So like take joking aside and everything, take that very seriously, scale appropriately. And if you're in the class, I'll make you. So 100 deadlifts. Let's see what have I got. Let's go with this wee guy because it's easy to get to. My hamstrings hurt. So 100 deadlifts. You're going to stand with your feet hip width apart. Okay, so your feet are directly below you. The weight's going to touch the ground. Hey, hamstrings. It's going to touch the ground just between your feet there. Stand back up. Okay, so push your bum out behind you. Okay, you want to keep your back nice and flat. So pull your abs in towards your spine. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. Okay, brace your abs so that your back position doesn't change. And feel that hinge there at the hips, pushing your bum back behind you. Okay, and as you push your bum back behind you, you'll feel your torso leaning over. Now when you lean over, don't be tempted to lean over with your upper body. Okay, keep your upper body up, bum out, boobs out. Okay, and if you were to look in a mirror or see yourself in the camera, your back should be nice and flat. Okay, you'll only need to bend your legs, your knees as much as you need to in order to be able to touch your weight off the ground. Stand up fully with it. Now that's if you're using one weight. If you're using two, okay, so remember your water bottles filled with the blood of your enemies. Stand again, your feet are just hip width apart. You've got your weight in each hand, okay. This time they're just going to touch the outsides, just outside your feet there. Okay, it's just the same. You can do this with things like water bottles, dumbbells, kettlebells, barbells, backpacks, cushions, cats, you name it. If you can hold on to it, touch it off the ground, stand back up, you're doing the deadlift. Back stays flat. So, air squats. When you're doing your air squats, your feet are going to go from your hip width with your deadlifts. You're going to bring your feet out, they're going to be shoulder width apart, okay? No weights for this, okay? Bum goes back, as if you're going to sit on something. Knees stay away from each other. Sit as down as low as you can. I know some of you struggle with the depth, okay? So be careful that you don't get lazy on the depth, you know. you can probably squat lower than that. See if you can't squat lower than this, then I'm going to suggest that you use a chair to squat to. Okay? So if you find that your squat deck's getting really shortened, I'm going to suggest that you might be better squatting to a target. Okay? So you've got a few ways of doing this. Everyone else is set up the same. Sit up nice and tall. Okay? Stand up. And then just sit back down. You're trying not to use your hands to help you stand up. Okay? Now your other option is that you start from standing and you just touch and stand. That's going to help encourage you to start getting a wee bit lower and lower and lower in your squat depth. That's also the scaling for the beginner's workout, so pick your weapon. Right, for the hand power cleans. Again, you can use a bar, you can use 2 kettlebells, 1 kettlebell, a backpack. I'll show you a few of the things. Feet are going to be hip width apart. You're going to lean over, okay? You're going to lean over until the weights come to just about knee height. So your hands should be just at about the knee height position there. Be careful when you do this. A common mistake is this, knees collapse in, okay? Keep your knees away from each other. So hips go back, and you're going to stand up nice and fast. And when you do that, you're going to bring your weights over and onto your shoulders with a little drop to catch them before you stand. Okay, now if you're still very new to this and you're finding that you're just kind of going, and you're thinking, I know that's not the same as what Anne showed me in the video, don't worry about it too much, okay? Some of these movements are fairly complex motor patterns and they just take practice, so just persevere with it. So if you've only got one weight, it might be that you can hold it like this. Same idea, just goes to above knee height and you're going to catch it below your chin with your elbows below it. Stand back up. Okay, I think that's probably okay. And then the ab mat sit-ups, right? My ab mat's somewhere. There's chaos in here. So, ab mat sit-ups you can do without an ab mat anyway. So, key points of the ab mat sit-up. Soles of your feet are going to go together, like your feet are praying, which by this stage they might be. So, going to go all the way back. You're going to touch the ground above your head somewhere. You're going to come back up and you're going to touch the ground in front of your feet. Now, if you've not got an ab mat, you might want to roll up a towel and put that behind you in place of the ab mat. That works pretty well. You can do them without, they're a little bit more difficult without without anything behind you there, but you can do them. And then your subs for that, if you struggle with the ab mat sit-ups, or you struggle with not having an ab mat and the sit-ups are just a wee bit too difficult, then you could do these side bends instead. So, side bends, if you've got 2 weights, it's 1 in each hand. Feet are just hip width apart, and it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. If you've only got 1 weight, it doesn't matter, it can be kettlebell, backpack, it could be anything that you're holding in your hand, then it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so as you can see, it's probably a wee bit quicker if you've got 2 weights, but heavier, obviously. So, 100 deadlifts, 100 air squats, 100 hand power cleans, 100 ab mat sit-ups, or 60 of each for the total beginners with side bends instead of the ab mat sit-ups. That's it. You start the clock, you work your way through everything until you've completed all 400 reps. Okay, so honestly it's not as bad as it sounds, it's not. Most of this really comes down to how heavy you go. So if you go heavier on the deadlifts and the hand power cleans, yes, this is going to be a proper like Friday grind. If you stay a wee bit lighter or you're working with just the weights you have available to you, then yeah, it won't be so bad. It won't be so bad. So work hard on your air squats, work for that depth. It's really important. That's it. I'm going to stop talking, honestly. I've done it again. I need more water. It's hot. It was hot overnight. Drink your water. Drink your water. It's really important. Oh God, this is 10 minutes long. Gee. Bye. Bye. Bye.